back after another DJ BrewTube Beers review. In front of us you see not one, not two, not three, but four beers. From whom? From Brooklyn Brewing Company out of Brooklyn, New York. New York, you as a bag. Yay, yay. And what beers do we have from them today? We have the 2015, 2016, 2017, and 2018 vintages of Brooklyn Black Chocolate Stout. This is an Imperial Stout. It's a winter/annual kind of serving. It clocks in at 10% ABV and 51 IBUs. 4 hops in this. They're using 2 of them. They're using Willamette and American Fuggle. And for malts, they're using 2-row caramel, malted wheat, and a blend of American roasted malts and barleys. The total 6 or 7 kind of grains and stuff they're putting in there to make this fermented awesomeness. Now, if you watch DJs BrewTube, you know every time I get around like 100 reviews, every time I notch off a century mark, I do something special. So I'm going to do a 4-year vertical of a beer that I love because, in my opinion, this is an American craft beer classic sitting in front of us. I've reviewed it before in 2012, 13, 14, 15, much times, and I've been digging it. So tonight we're going to see how this beer ages over time, and this is something you can only do if you've been digging craft beer for a long time and you build up a collection. There's a reason there's a hoard behind me, not just because I'm a hoarder. Well, maybe. Anyways, you know what? Enough flapping my gums. Let's start out with 2018, the fresh. We're going to go fresh up to oldest. I'll try not to have this be super duper long. In between the beers, I've got a little bit of water here. We're going to take a sip so we can taste the differences. So all the glasses here are actually the same ounce capacity. It doesn't look like it, but they are. Trust me. So start off with the 2018. Let's dive in for the aroma without going, without saying or too much ado. Everything's black, black as night, black as pitch. When you swirl, there's alcohol lakes, and I suspect on most of them we will get glass lacing. So let's dive in for that aroma. Tons of chocolatey malt, roast, caramel, burnt brown sugar, more roasty coffee and roasted grain, a bit of breadiness, and a slight bit of licorice. This smells freaking delicious. Let's dive in. Cheers to 2018. Yeah. Roasty, coffee forward. There wasn't a hint of aroma of alcohol when I put the schnoz in there. There's a little warming in the chest, a very, very, very faint bit of alcohol. That's how Brooklyn Black Chocolate Stout is fresh. But there's tons of roasted coffee, deep, dark chocolate, a little bit fudgy. In the back end of your palate, you get a lot of roast, like roasted grain roast, and maybe like some spent coffee ground kind of roast. Nice, full, slick, chewy mouthfeel. Almost oatmeal stout-like. But tons and tons of roast and dark coffee and dark chocolates. It's all about the dark flavors and that deep, deep roast. Yum. Freaking delicious. Let's dive in for the next one. Get a little water. I'm using straight up tap water. That's a little suggestion I have. Why? Because there's chlorine in there, and that seems to cleanse off your palate pretty darn good. Alright, let's dive in for the aroma of the 2017. With a year on this, we're starting to get some nice dark fruits. I'm getting some cherry, some raisin. Less roasty. More chocolatey, like milk chocolatey. A bit of fudge. Tons of caramels coming in. Smells super smooth, almost like a dark chocolate cherry. Man, smells freaking delicious again. Cheers to 2017. Hell yes. Yeah. Right up in front, you get hit with chocolate. Then after that, the roast is there, but it's very accompanied and almost eclipsed by the dark cherry notes and raisiny notes I'm getting in this. In the back end, on the palate, I'm still getting that roasted grain thing going on and the spent coffee ground type thing, but it's a lot more chill. There's no warming in the chest at all. You can't taste any alcohol in the beer now at all. It's super smooth, still chewy and thick and oily kind of taste, or mouthfeel that is. Nice caramel notes, burnt brown sugar, a little more licoricey at the sides of the palate now. I got a bit of licorice in the 18, but there's a little more now in the 17. But that dark fruit action in there, especially as it builds on your palate, it's going from that cherry taste at first more to like a rum-soaked raisin kind of thing, or maybe if you like eat a raisinette candy, that like chocolate and raisin sort of combo. Again, freaking delicious. And as I drink this, the coffee taste is building back up again. Pretty freaking cool. Time for a little more water. Okay, here we go. 2016. Let's dive in for this aroma. Woo! Holy dark chocolate dip cherry aroma. Like dark chocolate cherry bomb. Coffee, caramel, more raisins, more cherry. Super, super dark fruity. Little tiny faint coffee. Zero, and I mean zero alcohol. There was none in this, but even less in this. This smells like a dark chocolate dipped cherry with the like liqueur in there. Yum. Super smooth aroma, man. Like everything's melted together now. More the chocolate and the coffee and stuff are in there. They're still definitely eclipsed now by the dark fruit notes, but it smells like a chocolate candy accented with coffee. Smells freaking delicious. Cheers to 2016. Hell yes. What a night. Wow. Wow, dark fruit bomb. Man. Raisins and cherries all blasting at once. Almost pruny now. Pruny dark fruits. The roast is really, really tamped down on this now. More chocolate. Zero alcohol presence in the taste. No worry in the chest. Not even a little bit. Let me take another sip to see if I get any buildup of the roast notes on the back end of the palate. Man. I could drink that all freaking day long. These are great beers. Don't get me wrong. But man, this is super smooth, like glass, easy to drink. It's not as chewy of a mouthfeel as these two are, as we're getting into 3 years old now. But wow, a little tiny roast to balance out. Roasty bitterness is balancing out all the sweetness that I'm getting in like the milk chocolate, the like rum-soaked raisin sort of thing, and big, big dark cherry notes. Wow, that is freaking tasty. If you like cellared stouts and dark cherries, wow. Oh, so I got another one to drink still. More water. All right, a little more. Now until even more water. Really, really big flavor on the palate. All right, here we are to 2015. Cheers! Let's dive in for this aroma. Woo! Even more dark fruits. I think they use English ale yeast in this, I think, or maybe their house ale yeast, but man, it's throwing tons and tons of yeast esters. Almost getting no coffee on this one at all. No coffee aroma. Tiny, tiny bit of roast. Tons of chocolate, but man, this is large, even larger and more in charge on the dark fruits than this one. No alcohol at all in the aroma. Tons of caramel, a bit of toffee. I'm not smelling any like big off-oxidized notes or anything like that. But it's just dark fruits on caramel and sweetness and malty breadiness. Yum. Let's dive in. Bit of like pipe tobacco now too. Cheers! Wow. Wow. Big liqueur raisins now. Thick. Actually thicker than this year. The 2015's got more viscosity and more body and oily slickness than the 2016. Big, big boatload of cherries, raisins, prunes, tons of dark fruits, that like whole spectrum. Almost a bit of apricot in there, if that makes sense. I don't know why, but I'm getting that, like the dried stone fruit thing. Maybe that's what it is, right? Now, the roast is actually back a little more than it was in the 16. And I got a big, just like mouthful of like dark chocolate. This is more milk chocolate, and now this is roasty dark maybe. This was a roastier beer, super fresh. I can't remember. It's been a long time since I drank it, but this is hella roasty fresh. Wow. Coffee, spent coffee grounds building up in the background, and almost like a black cherry skin tartness building up on the back of my palate. Let me take another taste here. Wow, that is delicious. I mean, you got the whole spectrum. You got like freaking flavor ride here, man. You go from roasty, like big aggressive roast and coffee and dark chocolate, man, up in your face. Saying I'm here, I'm large and I charge. I got a little tiny taste of alcohol and some warming in the chest. Bang, I'm a big 10% stout. As we go in to the 2017, that alcohol is tamped down. Not really any warming in the chest, maybe a slight bit. But wow. Excuse me, the dark fruits are starting to really come up in it. A light cherry taste, but still accented by a good amount of roast and coffee and dark notes, accented maybe by a bit of fudgy, dark chocolate. Wow. Then we roll into this one where, man, we're going into dark fruit bomb territory. Lots of raisin and pruny taste. Tons of cherry. And, man, super smooth, a little bit thinner body than the other ones. And the roast was pretty much gone. Now, then we go into the 15, and we're back to freaking big roast again, too, man, like a changeling. But that roast is accompanied simultaneously with a giant blast of prunes and dried cherries and raisins and that apricot note that I mentioned with a bit of leather in there, too, and tobacco. Wow. Really, really cool to sit and do this. Now, you know I'm a hoarder. I got more years of this. When I get to a 10-year, we're going to do a 10-year vertical. I'm going to get some friends to do that because I can kind of man up and hang with, 20, was it 12? Yeah, I might finish this through the entire day today, but I can handle these 4 bottles. 10 of them, probably not, because that's a lot of beer. So, let's start giving some grades here, all right? We'll talk about my favorite one. I really like cellared beers, especially cellared stouts. They got big fruit presence and a lot of stuff going on. I think for me, the 15 is the one I like the most because of the big dark fruits and big range of dark fruits from prunes to cherries and everything in between that's representing. A close second was probably the 20, which one's this here? The 2017. And I'm saying that because I really like the milk chocolate thing that was going on in there, and the roast was still there, and that coffee was accenting it, which was really cool. And then after that, we're coming into the 16 here, which is probably the number 3 on my list. Really great flavors. The coffee and roast was all dropped out, but man, it had that was just pulling me in with that chocolate covered cherry thing. And then number 4, not to slight it in any way, I think we're gonna go with the 2018, the fresh beer here at time of recording, and I'm gonna say I really dug all the roasty notes and the fact that it was an aggressive young stout with tons of flavor. But still, remember, this stout has no adjuncts in it. It's all malt and hops and water and yeast. That's it. There's no coffee, no barrel, no chocolate nibs in there, none of that. This beer was created, I think, around about 2004, maybe before then. That's as far as my memory goes back of this beer being around. But it's before the time of making dessert beers, but it's a freaking dessert in the glass, so we're going to grade it. I'm going to go A, like 94 just into the A scale. I'm going to go with this one, I'm going to go 96, super high A. I'm going to go 95 A on this, actually 97, 95, and I'm going 99 A plus level for the 2015. So that's my grades of these beers. Thanks for hanging in with me. This was a little bit long review, but you're getting 4 in one sitting, so I guess you're getting some value there, right? And you know what? Thanks a million to every one of you out there that subbed up to the channel, everybody that comments, rates, all that good stuff, hits the thumbs up button, all that kind of stuff. For now, we're up to 1,200 reviews here at DJs BrewTube. We'll look back on this one day and say, man, I only did 1,200. Look how many I've done now. But anyways, you know what, guys? Thank you. Without you guys, I wouldn't, be doing what I'm doing here. And you know what? We're going to do one bonus before we go. We're going to drop these into the snifter here. And this is my thank you to you guys. We're going to do a little cuvee here of all 4 years. And we're going to tell you what this stuff tastes like when we get the combo action going on. And I guess, it's hard to assign a grade to a cuvee, but you know what? We'll give it like an A, A+, whatever it comes out to in our minds. Same appearance. Wow, real melding of all those aromas, but there's more coffee in it than, of course, than these two here had in them, man. Big dark notes. Tons of dark fruits, all about the same descriptors. Let's not go into it because we don't need you here all day with us. Well, it'd be cool if you were, but anyway, let's dive in. Cheers for the Cuvee. That Cuvee's an A+. Damn. Dark fruits, coffee, chocolate, like just freaking flavor explosion, and the alcohol is completely hidden. Dangerous beer, especially when cellared. You know it a little bit with this, but you get a year plus on it, guys. Be careful with Brooklyn Black Chocolate Stout because it'll make you go night-night early if you go too hard on a sixer, which only costs like $11.99 or something like that, which is crazy cheap for a beer of this quality, this caliber, and in my opinion, a world-class craft beer classic. So, to the next DJs BrewTube, I got nothing but a hell of a bunch of 2015, 2016, 2017, and 2018 Black Chocolate Stout drinking love for you. You know what you got to do for me. You got to think locally, drink locally, and support the craft beer movement. And it would be really awesome if you could get around to it and rate, comment, subscribe, especially if this is your first time with us. And come on, 4 beers and 1 review, a vertical like this, you got to smash the like button because that, along with definitely 4 Brooklyn Black Chocolate Stouts, a little vertical action will, hell yes, put a big-ass beer drinking happy face on today. So, until the next DJs Brew, like I said, I got nothing but a hell of a bunch of 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018 Brooklyn Black Chocolate Stout drinking love for you. And you know what's coming for you by now. Hell yes. Thanks for watching, and a big peace out!